Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and I felt like it was finally time for me to weigh in on this G4 situation and the utter hate that G4 has been spewing at its fans, calling them sexist and just generally horrible, toxic people, which is not the type of approach a games company that has a huge interaction with their fan base should take. It's just a recipe for disaster, as they're finding out in current time with us. Now, this whole situation started with this woman who, in and of itself, the video she made was hateful, but could have gone away so quickly. But G4 went out of their way to clip out her rant about calling out fans as being sexist and for not wanting to bang her, really, thinking that she's not as bangable as Olivia Munn, and her insecurities coming out. And they decided to clip that themselves and post it themselves. And that revealed a lot more of these types of issues at their company, including the main guy, Adam Sessler, just vile tweets about wanting to watch his Republican family members die while he sits back and drinks bubbly. That is just an insane approach. Whether or not you disagree with someone politically doesn't mean you just want to watch your family members die in horrific fashion. And that seemed to be very much the opinions that G4 is propagating at this time and very much endeavoring to support. And it's across the entire company. They're banning people in the chat who have slight criticism. Any company, any online persona, any online situation, you will get some negative comments, some negative feedback. I've already gotten some, and my channel's barely a month old. It's something you just have to learn to deal with and not attack the rest of your fans who are being good. A small, minute minority of these crazy people are out there. I'm sure there's a few, and the few of them, I'm sure most of them are doing it in lighthearted fun, not in any sort of malicious manner. So by attacking your entire fan base to address the issues of a few is just very disingenuous. It just leads to fans going elsewhere, because in current day Hollywood, they're being attacked left and right for their political opinions, the way they identify, their gender, their race. And they're just sick and tired of being attacked, whether or not it's actually true about them. So they're more and more willing to go to other places that aren't doing this. And G4 is just dead on arrival because they've taken this approach of attacking fans. Now, bringing back a television show is very different than bringing back a YouTube channel. They're very different things. And back in the day, you didn't need this audience interaction. They didn't have this audience interaction back in the day, and they don't know how to deal with it like so many other people on this platform do. So they're misusing it and completely misunderstanding the whole situation and just not bringing it back in a way that makes sense. In the era of social media and YouTube, authenticity is easier than it has ever been before. And in the era of politics being everything, people looking for entertainment want authenticity more than anything else, and they want escapism. But when you use the tools at hand to be as inauthentic as possible and to attack your fans, it's just going to lead to more and more disasters. And this woman, especially Frost, she's being highly hypocritical in her statements here, saying that sexism in gaming is horrific and that you shouldn't sexualize people, that sexuality doesn't have a place within the gaming industry. And that's an innate misunderstanding of fans and people in general, because sex sells. That's a fundamental law. And if you use that in your company or use that in your entertainment profit, cool. If you don't, cool. But Hollywood seems to forget or choose to disregard female sexuality or female sex selling as a positive. And she seems to definitely agree with that opinion. But when it comes to men being sexual, that's totally fine. There's videos of her that have come out since that show her trying to grab a man's ass during the D&D stream. And there's myriad of other examples like that, where it's just a certain way. She's being incredibly sexist by her approach to this whole situation. I do feel like this highly scripted interview could have just gone away so easily. It was just been like, oh yeah, she said some stupid stuff, but we move on. They're not willing to do that, and because they weren't, a lot of other stuff came to light that made the situation worse and worse as time progressed. And this story isn't done yet, and it has a lot longer to go. They're losing fans left and right, so they're going to have to rebrand or let themselves die. I believe their stream the other night only got about 250 views at peak. For a channel with almost 500,000 subscribers, that is atrociously horrific. So hopefully they learn from their mistakes and decide to move on in a more positive direction, a more, hey, fans, customers, we have a symbiotic relationship. We give you escapism. You give us money and views, and it's feeding off each other. Hopefully they go in that sort of direction instead of the Disney consumer just eat the shit we're shoveling in your face and like it, or we're going to label you all these evil things. G4 can't afford to do, whereas Disney can. So hopefully they learn, or they will never succeed in an online sphere like this. But that's all I have for today. I'd be interested in your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.